Hi there, this is Ranjit from tech2bus.com, and in this video we're going to do the review of this budget tablet from Karbonn known as the Karbonn Smart Tab. I have already done the unboxing of this, so if you want to know what comes inside this box and general overview about this tablet, you should look at the unboxing video. And moving towards this tablet sports a single core 1.2 GHz processor, but sadly there is no GPU, so there are some cons to it. With the general usage, I found it to be okay, but there is a slight tinge of lag while operations. As you can see, it's not buttery smooth, but again, it's a budget tablet, so no big complaints. Again, one more thing that I want to tell you that is the screen quality, I would say, is just average, and if you start tilting the tablets to some extreme angles, then the image will start to fade. This is a common trait that I found in budget tablets, and this one also has that. And Karbonn did not modify a lot. This is a stock ICS, that's the Android 4 interface. We get multiple home screens, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we also have these touch sensitive buttons at the bottom, but this tablet also does have physical buttons. This is for the power, this is for the menu, this is for home, and this is for the back. And on this side we get all the other ports. Don't confuse this to be a 3.5mm headphone jack. This is for the power port. We do get a HDMI slot, and this is the mini USB slot. And we also get a adapter cable by which you can attach it and convert it to a standard USB 2 cable. We have a microphone pinhole over here, slot for SD card, and this is a 3.5mm headphone jack. Again, on the back there's nothing, just the Karbonn branding, and we have a small hole over here for the speaker. Overall, the tablet is pretty compact for its size, and if you compare it with other 7-inch tablets, for example, this is the playbook that I have, and I'm going to place this tablet over there, and as you can see, this tablet is slightly smaller than that. So also in the terms of weight, it is pretty good. It's pretty light, I would say, for a tablet, and it's comfortable to hold. I've connected to my Wi-Fi network, and let us switch on the browser and let's do some browsing on this tablet. And let's go to tech2bus.com. And it did load the site, and let me open up one of the stories. Let us open this unboxing video of this tablet story. And in terms of web browsing, I would say it is okay. It loads the pages pretty quickly, and also we do get this pinch to zoom gesture, but again I would say it's not silky smooth. We do get a little bit of jitters, but it's okay. And this tablet can play back, what do you say, videos embedded within the web page, but there's a slight con. Let me show you the same. And it's going to open up inside its player, and the problem I found is that when you play videos like this, they get out of sync, and the problem is that the video is out of sync with the audio if you play it like this. And it's best to play specifically YouTube videos within this YouTube player that you get, and via that it plays fine. Let me show you the same. We have this YouTube app, and I'm just going to play some of my own videos. For example, this Karbonn A9 video that I had shot earlier, and if you notice, we are playing it in high quality, and in this mode you can play back the videos and it plays back fine. So let me just get out of this now. Also, you do note that the volume control is just the soft buttons. We do not have any physical buttons to control the volume, so it's a kind of a bummer. So if you're watching a video or something, you need to pause, get out, and then adjust the volume, because many times the video will take up the full screen in this YouTube player. So back to home, and we do, as this is ice cream sandwich, we do get this multitasking tray. and the RAM provided on this tablet is just 512 MB. And if we kill all the apps, I've just killed all the apps. Let me show you how much RAM is left. And if you see, the RAM that is left is just 194 MB to the tablet. Let me get out of this, and let me also show you the internal storage by going to the settings. And let me go to the storage tab. Actually, we do get about 1 GB of space for your app, so that's pretty good. And we also do get, what do you say, some extra storage, that is about 2.3 GB. But you can also add a micro SD card slot to expand the storage. So I feel we have enough space for storage, that's not an issue. And let me show you again the Android version also that it ships about the tablet. And it says that it's running the Android version 4.0.3, and Karbonn has made a statement that in September 2012 or something in that time frame, this tablet is going to get the Jelly Bean update. Let me open up the browser. There's one more con that I feel with the browser is that if you notice, whenever you open up the browser, it always takes you back to this default Google homepage. For example, let me open readif.com. And the site loads, and if I just press home and I get out of this browser and again I come back to this browser, you would expect that the Readif site would load, but no, that's not the case. It goes back to the Google homepage, so it does not retain the site that you are browsing, so that's kind of a bummer. Now let me take you to a site called Engadget. That's a big site, to see how it performs if the web pages are heavy. And it loaded the the normal desktop version, and as you can see, it is fairly okay. It's not the smoothest, there is a slight delay, lagginess, but again it is acceptable. And let's try to do this pinch gesture, that's also fine. Not the smoothest, I would say, but workable. So for web browsing, just web browsing and stuff like that, it's okay. But the fact that the browser does not retain which sites you are visiting and always goes back to the home page is kind of a bummer. So that's for the web browsing. Again, Karbonn did not modify the tablet a lot, so it's a stock ICS experience that you'll find on the tablets. And you can access the widgets from here, and you can quickly go to the settings from this area. And as you can see, I just want to talk now about the battery life. The battery life, according to Karbonn, the battery it sports is a 3700 milliampere battery, but I found a major bug in the battery. To test the battery, I fully charged this tablet and left it like this in the standby position, and after 18 hours when I picked up the tablet, the battery life it was showing is just 23%. So I say that the standby battery life is very poor, and with active usage I got a battery life of 3.5 hours to close to around 4 hours. So that's for the battery life. Now moving to gaming, it's kind of a bummer. It can play a few games, but the majority of the games it has a problem. For example, let me show you the same. Let me go to the Play Store, and I tried to download this game. This is a popular game called Temple Run, and let me search for the same, and you get a message your device isn't compatible with the same. And I do get this message for quite a few games. And I also wanted to run this benchmarking software that is known as the Ninamark test, which I generally do on all my Android device, Ninamark 2, and again this one is also not compatible. So I would say that this tablet is not good for someone who's looking for doing gaming. It does run games, some of the games fine. For example, I was able to run Fruit Ninja, but again, if you are a gamer, then I would not recommend, because many of the games just do not run. Now let us try to run this quadrant benchmark and see what scores do we get? Let's try to run this quadrant standard benchmark, and I'm going to install the same, and we're going to run this quadrant benchmark, and I'm going to run the full benchmark, and I'm just going to skip all this because it's going to take a long time for the full benchmark to be done. I'll just show you the scores, and the benchmark is complete. So let's look at the results, and it says that our device got a score of 1123, and to be frank, for a 1.2 gigahertz processor, that is very poor in my opinion. And let me give you the total breakdown. The total is 1123. Out of that, the CPU got a score of 1210, memory was 815, IO is 2503, 2D was 262, and 3D was 827. So that's the quadrant benchmark. Let me get out of that, and let me kill all these apps. And as I said, the Karbonn does provide us this cable, and we can attach this, and then we get a normal USB cable. So we'll do that. I have a USB thumb drive, and I have some 720p media on that. So let's try it and load it and see if it works. And I've connected it, and let's see if we have a file viewer pre-installed. I think so. We do have one media player that was pre-installed, yes, and this does have open video file. Let's see if it can pick up disk 1. Yeah, this is our so let's see if it can play back. Let me try with this one, that is the snu.mp4 file. This is a 720p file, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed because, let me lower the volume again. As I said, it's irritating that we have to go back to the home and lower the volume because we do not have a physical button to lower the volume. Let me see if we can just jump back to that. Yes, it does. And as you can see, it does play back. This is a 720p video flawlessly. There is no skipping of frames, so that's pretty good. Let me try another file. So at least it does play back HD content without any issues. And I have this WMV file, that's a speed 120. That's again a 720p file, and again, as you can see, it plays it without any issues. So video playback, I would say it's pretty good, and as you can see, we are loading it via my pen drive. And let me start this. So that's nice, and let me go back to home now. There is one more peculiar thing that I found with this tablet is that the default icons are pretty big, and to demonstrate you the same, I have this one more tablet, and this is the Micromax Funbook. This is a popular tablet in India, again a budget tablet. And to show you the same, I'll open the app tray for both, and here on the Karbonn tablet also. And if you notice, though the screen resolution is the same on both the tablets, that's 480 by 800, on the Karbonn tab the icons are a lot bigger, and you can just see 3 rows, and here you can see actually 4 rows. But again, it happens only with the icons. If you launch the web browser, let me do the same, and I'm going to open the Tech2Bus site again on this Karbonn tab also, and let me show you the same again, that annoying bug of not remembering the previous websites. And I'll load Tech2Bus, and I'm going to scroll to the same position that I have on both the tablets, and again in this position the resolution is the same. So the big icon issue is only on the home screens and the app trays. While using the tablet in the browser mode, the resolution is the same. Again, you see the difference. The Karbonn tab has a bluish tinge, but on the other hand, this Micromax tablet is a lot warmer, and it has a slight yellowish tinge. So let me remove this. Another thing that I want to talk about is the 3G functionality. This tablet does not have built-in 3G, but to use 3G you need to use 3G dongles and you need to connect it via this cable. Again, I could not test the 3G functionality because I did not have the dongles. So if you plan to use 3G, make sure that you have a compatible 3G dongle. Go to Karbonn website to get a list of compatible 3G dongles, and they did provided this 3G app, that is this 3G mobile manager. So that's for the 3G. So how do I feel about this tablet? Karbonn decided to use this Xburst processor, and it does not have a GPU. The problem I found with this tablet is that many of the games do not run on this tablet, and some of the apps do not run on the this tablet due to this Xburst processor. So if you are a person who likes to download a lot of apps and play a lot of games, this tablet is not for you. But on the other hand, if you just use the tablet for web browsing and watching videos, it does that perfectly. The battery life, active usage is close to 4 hours, but I do not like the fact that the standby battery life is very weak and it just gives you just 1 day of battery life. So you need to charge this tablet every day. I hope you found this review helpful. That's it for now. This is Ranjit from tech2bus.com, and I hope to see you in my next video.